Okay, so here I am. Recently found out that I'm getting audited, so that has been weighing on me, and mulatto or biracial issues have sort of been on the back burner. But hopefully I'll come out all right. A couple things that I wanted to say. I read on AOL that a man in Ohio was indicted for harassing, well, sending threatening notes to the Supreme Court. I don't know. Apparently he's been doing this for years. Anyway, he's targeting black men with affiliations with white women and their biracial children. So I know that we'd all like to think that this stuff doesn't really matter anymore, and I know this guy's hopefully like one of just a few nuts, but it's, you know, people still aren't all thrilled about interracial couplings. And his name is David Tuason. It's spelled like Tucson with an A instead of a C, if you would like to look it up and find out what I'm talking about. And I'm going to post, I guess it's going to be included in this, I'll try to make it seamless, an interview that I did at the Whole Foods in Columbus Circle a couple of years ago with a lovely young biracial girl named Natasha, and I hope she doesn't mind me using this here, but, you know, I made it clear that I might. So, Natasha, I lost your number, I lost your email. If you see this and don't like it for any reason, please feel free to leave me a comment and ask me to take it off, and I will. So about this video, I think it's very interesting that, like, one of the first things she says is, oh, my hair's not out today. And I can totally relate to that, and I've been meaning to talk about hair, but every time I think of, you know, things to discuss, it's huge. And I don't know where to start, but eventually I'll start talking about the hair issue, because it's top 3 issues of biracialness, in my opinion. So that's interesting, and I'm fascinated by the fact that the things that she says about her relationship with her mom, more specifically the things that she believed, that people told her and that she believed. And as the daughter of a black woman and a white dad, I don't have that. I can't really imagine what it's like to not physically identify with my mom. So that's one of the things I really want to focus on in my documentary, and I was so glad that that's pretty much the second thing that she brought up. So I hope you enjoy that, and thanks for watching. Hi, what's your name?
Natasha Diamond Walker.
Hi, Natasha.
Hi.
And I'm assuming that you are black, white, biracial.
I don't have my hair out right now.
Right. I have those days too.
Yeah, definitely.
And your mom is
white.
And your dad
Utah, and
from
my
Utah.
dad is black from Detroit.
I'm from Detroit?
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Los Angeles.
Oh, wow. Okay. And do any experiences stick out in your mind where being biracial is an issue?
Yeah, well, it was funny the other day, because I'm a sociology minor at Fordham. We were talking about, you know, socialization of culture and, like, race. And I mentioned that going to school, like, everyone told me my mother was not my mother, and I was adopted, and I was confused, and I, for some time, thought that my mother wasn't my mother. And I would always ask her about it, and, you know, she never really prepared me for these experiences that I would encounter as being a mixed person, because you are both. Yeah, I mean, you know, she just assumed that, you know, I would get along, I'd be fine, and I was fine, but there were, of course, also challenges and things I encountered, like, all throughout when I was a teenager, you know, it's all about boxes and, like, what you are and, like, your identity. And, you know, so I was kind of hung out with, I always had friends with every nationality, but I mostly hang out with, like, black people, you know, and it's definitely been an experience.
Did you go to predominantly black or white school?
Well, my high school, the first year, my middle school was pretty mixed. My first year in high school, I went to Taft High School in Los Angeles, and it was it was in a white area, but there was a large black population bused in from Los Angeles, so I fell into that crowd because they were popular, the jocks. And
Right.
so I basically identified myself. I mean, everyone always assumed I was mixed because I was like curly hair, light skin. But I definitely identified more with being black, and I feel like I kind of do today because, you know, just based upon society, like people interacting, like no one's gonna see me and think that I'm a white woman.
No.
And that's okay.
Is it okay? I mean, do you feel like there's a part of you that you've kind of had to forget or ignore or suppress?
No, because I know that I'm that, and I know that I'm also black, and I know what I deal with on an everyday basis has a lot to do with me being a minority. So, and that's, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I'm happy and I'm fine.
Good. I'm really glad to hear that.
I mean, I get jobs, so.
Good.
I say I get jobs because I'm a dancer, and you know, just being a dancer, you're also put into categories of, you know, black, white, tall girl, big hair, and so. And
do you feel like you get jobs because they're looking for an African American to
most
partake?
of my jobs that I get, they're looking for an eccentric looking, you know, girl.
Maybe ethnically ambiguous?
Yeah, like 5'9", maybe a little ambiguous, but also just encompassing. So people can, you know, feel like they can identify with you as a performer on stage. Yeah,
I love it. Thank you so much.
You're so
and I look
welcome.
forward to talking to you again about this in the
please
future.
do.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.